Okay. Good morning, folks. Thank you very much for coming. Really appreciate it, giving me your time. I think you all know each other. All know each other. That's great. Hot day, as you might have seen from the session plan that I issued you. It's a hot day. If you need to leave drinks here, do so. Pop them in there. Assume you're all okay for sun protection. Yeah, all responsible adults. Yeah, drinks, snacks. We're just going to be preparing for doing a 1 hour run session. So the goal of this session is to become comfortable on uneven terrain, the type you might expect to encounter on an off-road, like a trail run or a fell run or an off-road triathlon. So that's the kind of goal, and we're going to be practicing useful drills and skills that might prepare you for the kind of terrain that you are likely to encounter. So there might be greasy tree roots when it's been raining, tussocks where there's no path. There may be, if you're on a fell run, there may be no path at all. If you're in a competition type setting, you're more likely to be on a set trail. But it's just to give us an idea and a feel of the kind of things that we might encounter and want to be prepared for. So, undulations, we might need to be climbing stiles. You might need to be climbing stiles on that type of a race or a run. So that's what we're going to be kind of focusing on today. To start with, we're just going to use, this is not a rough trail, but just for our warm-up, you can see the trail up there just to the rise of that hill. So we'll just be using the section from this corner up to the top of the hill. Be mindful that it's a public footpath, so there may be walkers, dogs, shouldn't be any cyclists because it's a footpath, not a bridleway. Yeah, we'll use that that little bit just to prepare our bodies for whatever might be coming later on in the run or any competition type event that you might be doing. So yeah, what kind of I've got questions for you. What kind of skills do you think you might need in your body? What kind of skills might you need to be ready? What kind of skills would you need in order to tackle that kind of a run? So you've got a Hawkshead, a Lakeland Trail t-shirt on. Yes.
So the agility to sort of go from one obstacle to another, and sort of adapt to changing terrain and
balance. Yeah. Anything else?
Strength, to be able to correct if your ankle goes slightly, and to strengthen your joints and in and around them.
Yeah, great question. Yeah, a little bit of power and spring.
Yeah.
Use your arms for a bit more power and push.
Yeah. And then other things that we can use our arms for. Balance. Yeah.
Also perception, like looking ahead and being a bit more aware of
kind
of what's coming,
rather
than just looking straight in front of
you.
Yeah. Being a bit more aware of the surroundings.
Yeah, great point. Because often we're told, keep your head up, look ahead. But in fact, what we more often need to do on this kind of rough terrain is have a quick scan in front, 5-10 meters, and then look ahead, because your brain will clock that. You'll get that into your memory, into your short-term memory. This is coming up, there's a tree root over here, or there's a step I might want to, a rock that I might want to avoid or be ready to spring across. Yeah, absolutely. These are all the really good questions, really good answers. These are all the things that I've said. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So if anybody's got any concerns about doing that, let me know now. So move around here. We're just going to go over this water pipe. Don't trip over it. Yeah, any questions or any concerns, don't hesitate to give me a shout.
Okay.
All right, so we'll just go over here.
Up and back, you mean?
We're just going to start, we'll set off along here, if you follow me.
There's some people waiting.
Okay, right. Yes. I've got a microphone on here.
Oh.
Thank you. Thanks, Sylvia. So just gather around, we'll let these walkers come past.
Yeah, sorry. Saw you filming, didn't want to get in the way.
Thank you very much. You're welcome. Okay, so we'll do a little warm up. Do you want to come across? Yeah, where you are is absolutely fine. We'll do a little warm up, static to start with. If you want to find somewhere that you're comfortable standing on, we will start off. We'll start off literally swinging our arms like this. Just be mindful of the environment, who's around. Little bit of a bounce with our knees, and we'll get our shoulders warmed up. Okay, and we'll swing them across. And just as people have observed, this is really useful for being ready to bounce from one leg to the other, one foot to the other. Lovely. Okay, so now we're going to prepare for that balancing. And rather than what we often do is just go, let's just swing that leg, which is something that's really useful, is to make sure that we're actually grounded through the standing leg first. So stepping forward, press your big toe into the ground and kind of do an outward, screwing it round to the outside of your heel. So on your standing leg, really get solid on that standing leg. Okay, and then you can lift a knee, flex the ankle. That's it. Your standing leg needs to be really solid before we're lifting our knee up, and it gives you a lot more stability. So if we're standing and flexing our ankle, and if you feel your ankle's going to drop, then lifting your big toe also helps keep it there. Okay, and then we'll bring it back and we'll swing back and forward. Yeah. Thank you. If anyone's uncomfortable about that, put your arm on somebody else's shoulder. Not your own shoulder, but somebody else's shoulder is always good. Okay, and keeping that ankle flexed at the moment. Okay, and we're just going to let these pedestrians through. We'll let the buggy through and then we'll change legs, preferably with somebody else. Okay, lovely. Yeah. So the other standing leg, step onto it, press your big toe into the ground. And I'm doing the wrong leg now. So I'm going to go onto my left leg. So you press your other big toe into the ground, pull it around, and just make sure you've got all those quadrants of all four corners of your feet step into the ground. And then we'll lift, big toe up, ankle flexed, and swing back. And again, same again. And just get our hips moving. That's it. Ah, it looks really good, Sylvia. It does. It looks really good. Yeah, we all have a preference for one leg or the other. Okay. So now we're just going to, now you've mastered that, we'll do a similar thing. Stand on the first leg, screw it into the ground, and we're going to swing our legs from side to side across the front of your body. And again, if you can keep your ankle flexed, because that kind of ankle stiffness strength is really useful when we're running. Okay, that's it, Vicky. And then once we've looked and see where our feet are, we can look up. So okay, I've got green shoes, I don't need to look at them again. So swap legs and ankle flexed, big toe up, swinging across again. And Stephanie, you can look at me now. Now you've decided what colour your shoes are. Pink. Lovely. And down. Okay. So we'll take that same flexed ankle exercise into some high knee walking to start with, and we'll just walk. Can you all see my pink shoes just there? Nice big visual. And I'm going to walk with my back to you, so I won't talk, but I'll just demonstrate what I would like you to do. Actually, I'll do it across you because it's easy. I'll just do this short section here. So we're going to do some high knee walking. If you're worried about coordinating and doing this, don't do your arms to start with, just lift your knees. And then if it feels easy to bring in your arms, then you can bring in your arms. So ankle flexed, big toe up, like this. Everybody happy with that?
Yeah.
So what I'd like you to do is just do that drill as far as the pink shoes and then jog back to me. Okay, take it away. So you're engaging glutes and keeping that ankle flexed and looking ahead. So you might need to scan the short distance ahead and then look ahead again. Lovely. Looking good, Vicky. Right toes up. Okay, and a little warm up jog back. Looks great. Okay. So that's standing on one leg and not putting the other foot down immediately just prepares us for things like climbing over stiles where there might be something you don't want to be touching on either side, or just for really good functional balance for longevity as much as anything. So just like you can stand on one leg and hold it, and then you might want to progress that if you're at home, if you're doing these exercises, to standing on one leg and looking this way and looking that way and putting it down and so on. But that can be for another time. So any thoughts, anything you want to comment on, any gaps in the information? No? Okay, we'll move on. So we'll do another little drill, which is working on ankle mobility. So we're doing a bit of stiffness, which we often need for like springing up. So we're just going to do a little drill, which is very, very short steps, rolling through from ankle to big toe, heel to big toe, beg your pardon. So it's like half a foot at a time. And I'll just demonstrate if that's okay. So we're just really feeling, pushing off your big toe. So it's like thinking about how it feels. You can practice it there, and then we'll do it at a higher speed. We're going to do it. So we're getting a bit more mobility and pushing off a big toe. Apparently an enormous amount of our power comes from our big toe. Being such a small digit, you wouldn't think it, but it does. So if we could do that again, just to the pink shoes and back, do it as a faster drill. But if you feel your feet are going too far ahead, just bring it back. It doesn't, like, it's a faster cadence, not a faster speed. If that makes sense. That's it. Lovely. Stop to the pink shoes and back. That's it. And that's really nice, Sylvia and Vicky. So half a shoe at a time. And you don't have to go in a line. There's no hold-ups here. You can go 2 by 2 if you wish. I can hear some walkers coming. We'll just see which way they're going. Carry on, you'll be fine. Maybe just keep to the left at the moment. Are you going up this way? Yes, just carry on. They'll be fine. Yeah. Thank you very much.
No worries at all.
Right, nice. So quick footsteps. Rolling through.
Really activates your calves, doesn't it?
Yes. Yeah. 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 Lovely. And then we'll just jog back to the start again. Lovely. And then the next part of our warm-up is to do that. We practiced lifting our knees up. We did this static. So we're now going to do it into a jog. As far as the orange helmet, it's not going to be the full drill, but we're just going to be mindful of lifting our knees and pushing off our big toes. Shall I demonstrate? Yeah. Okay, so just be mindful. I've got my back to you, but I shall try and demonstrate from back and then to the front. So going to be short cadence. So we're not doing long strides this time, and it's just about activation rather than exactly the way you will run. So if you'd like to do that up to the orange helmet this time, because you'll be moving a bit faster. Okay, take it away. Nobody coming. That's it. Don't worry about your arms. They'll fall in. Lovely. Everyone's looking up, ahead. Normal jog back. Lovely. How are we doing for time? How are we doing for time on the video? Lovely. Okay. Thank you. Just doing a quick time check there. So that's pretty much our warm-up done, and then we'll take it away into our trail run. Has anyone got any observations, questions that I or somebody else might be able to answer?
Much harder work than not lifting your knees.
Absolutely, yes. Yes, yeah. I think so. For the purposes of this, it is to engage things, to fire up muscles, fire up our glutes and so on. But I agree, if you're out doing some kind of a longer distance, you're going to actually conserve as much energy as possible. So if you're going out for something that isn't a sprint, yeah, a lot of people do fairly shuffle, but it's being then able to adapt to when something does happen that you need to spring across. But yeah, it's a really good observation. Yeah.
I think a bit about my posture.
Yeah.
And not keeping my arms like this and not moving them across.
Yeah.
Especially doing the slow high knee.
Yes.
It really made you kind of be quite upright.
Yeah.
Which I think is.
I noticed that about everybody actually. Yeah. But yeah, it does.
You almost feel like you're being pulled up, don't you?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Feeling powerful is always good.
And also, it's crazy how much more you have to concentrate doing the tiny step drill.
Yes.
The amount of brain power. Not good.
It's a long way from here, the brain, all the way to get that engaged down there, I
but
think.
It was good to really be conscious of what your feet are doing. So you just don't think normally when you're running, that what your feet are doing, it just happens. But to actually put some consciousness there, it then sets the tone for the rest of the session.
Yes, and then hopefully you don't have to think about it too much when you're actually doing the activity.
You can be a bit more I would never personally have the awareness on my feet. I'm thinking about everything else, but never my feet. But maybe I should think a bit more about what my feet are doing.
Yeah. Well, I think there's a huge amount of experience in this group already. But I know I always find new things to learn. Sometimes they sink in.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll do.